Roy, commiserations. It's the cruelest, most horrible way to leave a tournament, and England losing on penalties has a familiar ring, but this campaign hasn't had a familiar ring. It's been a different England, and they really fought hard tonight.
Yeah, I agree with that, Gabby. It's nice of you to say so. Well, I really do think it's true as well. Thought the fans appreciated it, who were quite magnificent throughout. I've never seen such enormous support from the first whistle. And when we took it to penalties, I was rather hoping that this might be our tournament to win on penalties. And certainly the practicing didn't help us too much on this occasion. Maybe it's just fated at the moment that we don't win on penalties, but I really can't fault any of the players for their effort. Towards the end we had lots of players out there running on empty, really, with very tired legs, fighting off cramp, but they kept us in the game right to the end. And when you go to penalties, you do have a chance, but unfortunately it was Italy who took the chance and not us.
When Montelivio went wide, did you dare to believe?
Of course, because the 5 penalty takers we had are very good ones. I mean, we've been, as I say, doing a fair amount in training, and I've been watching Ashley Cole and Ashley Young smashing in penalties on a regular basis, so of course you hope, but that just makes my point all along. I know we've got an obsession with penalties in the country, and it's going to be an even bigger obsession now, but the bottom line is that you can't really, unfortunately, practice. You can't reproduce the tired legs, you can't reproduce the pressure, you can't reproduce the feeling of nervous tension, so they stood up to it better than we did. Pirlo's penalty being a classic example. You said
this today, you said this afternoon, you said yesterday you really wanted to win it in 90 or 120 minutes, and England really absorbed a lot of pressure, a lot of Italian attack, and in the second half, chances.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they did. I thought the chances, fun enough, were there for both teams. I thought we actually created some very good chances ourselves, but it was always going to be a question of who was going to take the chance. And as the half, especially as the extra time wore on, I thought we were tiring badly and we weren't able to establish enough good possession in the midfield, so they came at us time and time again. So, in some ways, I suppose you might have even preferred if they'd have got a goal in that time when they were playing well, because you might have felt that's a little bit less of a cruel way to lose than on penalties. But we have lost, we've got out, but we've gone out without actually losing the game, and we've gone out, I think, with our heads held high. And I personally think the lads have done a fantastic job for the country, and I also think that people have appreciated it.
Pirlo was peerless today, wasn't he? His passing was magnificent. Was he the difference, and the way he was able to distribute the difference?
He was very good, wasn't he? I mean, I've worked with him in the past. I know what a good player he is, and today he seemed to always find time and room, and he's very rarely wasted a pass. We worked hard to sort of keep him in check, but obviously a player of that quality you can only keep in check to a certain extent. He'll find a way of getting the ball even though you get people around him.
What do you take away from this tournament? You're thrown into it very quickly, 10 training sessions before you came out here, and have exceeded many people's expectations. Now you've got a World Cup qualifying campaign to look forward to, and 2 years to close that gap, and England to beat one of the top nations in a knockout stage. How do you go about doing that?
I'm sure we shall. There's no question. It's only a matter of time. If this group of players continues to show the same degree of determination and a will to be a team and to work so hard as a team, we've got quite a few players to come into our squad who will obviously add to the competition. So I'm convinced it won't be that long before we beat a top nation in the competition. We had our chance today and we came close to taking it, but not quite. But I think we've just got to keep building on the work we've done in this tournament, and we've got to make certain that the good things that we've done remain, and we've got to keep working, of course, on some of the aspects of our play where we could be a little bit better.
Just one more briefly, what's the most positive thing you're going to take away?
I think the fans, probably. I mean, obviously, when you work close to a team, you take a lot of comfort or a lot of encouragement from the way a team plays. But I suppose the tournament for me will be how well organised it's been, how kind the people have been in Poland and Ukraine, and how enormously supportive the fans have been. And if we can get an England team that gets the fans behind it, we've got half a chance.
Roy, thank you. Thank you for always giving us your time as well.
No, thanks, Gary.